Hey Aries, Dark Dove Tarot here. Hope you're doing fantastic. This is your January 2019 read. I can't believe we're already there. 2019. I'm going to write 2018 for the next couple of months. All right, so as you know, I pre-shuffle, but I like to add a little more energy before we get started here. Okay, so if you've watched my channel, then you know that my reads are based on anybody who's single and wondering about their love life, wondering if they should jump back in, or wondering if somebody's coming towards them. And then I also talk about reconciliation. So again, this is for singles and anybody looking to reconcile. If you're wanting a couples read, I am debating on doing those, but right now, you know, the people who contact me for clarification, private reads, etc., are generally single or wanting to know about reconciliation. So, again, this is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is a general read. So, keep that in mind. Hopefully, this resonates with the majority of you. But if it doesn't, check your other signs, as those will bring clarity often as well. So, again, general read, check your Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's see what we have going on for Aries. Any likes, subscribes, comments, etc. are greatly appreciated. If you want a private read, the information's in the description. And I just like to reiterate that because I get emails daily asking how to get one. And like I said, the information is in the description. If I missed it on one video, it's on another video. Okay, so let's see. 2 more cards, and then I'll pull your... Whoa. Your cards are being pretty friendly today. They're coming out pretty smoothly. So, get the rest of your cards, and then I'll pull the theme of the month for Aries, January 2019. Let's see what we've got going on. I'm excited. I think 2019 is going to be good for a lot of people. All right, so let me pull your theme of the month, and we'll go from here. Aries, thanks for your patience last month. In waiting for your read, you guys were last, so I decided to do it first. Oops, sorry, a box over here fell. I decided to do you guys first to kind of say thanks for being so patient last month. All right, straighten these out because it makes me crazy if they're not. And let's pull your theme of the month, and we'll see what's going on. Aries 2019. All right, so your theme of the month is the 3 of Wands, which is some sort of action, planning, goals, looking forward. So if you're single, I feel like this may be kind of like 2019 is the year, is my year. This is when, you know, I'm gonna progress into another area of my love life. So if you're single, I definitely feel like this is maybe you're going, hey, 2019 is, you know, my year to meet somebody, is my year to like step back out there. If you haven't been, I feel like some of you Aries have been kind of laying low, especially right now during holidays, which a lot of people are often looking for somebody during the holidays. But I feel like you guys are like planning, looking at your goals. You want a partnership. So this year coming into 2019, you're going to view it a little differently. I think you really do have, you know, the end game in mind, if that makes sense. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this is a partnership and growth. So I feel like if you don't have communication now, you know, may in the beginning of 2019, and maybe a new beginning for you guys as well, because the 3 of Wands is all about a partnership and looking forward. So if you're not communication now, I think that communication is coming. But again, I feel like for a lot of you, because this is the beginning of 2019, you're stepping in with the right foot. You're looking at this as a new opportunity, guns blazing. I can have anything I want. 2019, clean slate, new year. Okay. The next card you have is your current position coming in the month. You have the Queen of Wands. So you're definitely emulating an energy in 2019 of passion, of ferocity, of confidence, because the Queen, she knows what she wants and she's not afraid to get it. So if you're single, I feel like a lot of you haven't been going out looking for anybody. And if you have been, you're vamping it up, or you know what you're looking for. You've like played the dating game, so to speak, or maybe you've done online dating, or maybe you've done meetup groups, whatever it is. It's almost like you kind of feel like you figured it out. And so maybe you've, you know, decided to stop for the end of 2018 and come back out in 2019, you know, completely rethinking everything, knowing the red flags, knowing what you're looking for and what you want. And now it feels more achievable than ever. If you're looking to reconcile, I feel like you've taken some time to maybe better yourself, make yourself feel better, maybe clean your own karma, your own energy, so that you can come out this way. Because again, whatever you put out into the universe is what you get back, right? So if you come out with this attitude of, I've got this, you know, I can do this, and this almost feels like, look, if you're interested in reconciliation, Aries, this is saying you're at a point in your life where you're okay if it doesn't happen. Do you miss that person? Do you love them? Do you have a connection with them? Absolutely. But will you be okay? You're past that stage of that sinking feeling of that, holy crap, this sucks. You're past that stage of, that, I don't want to say mourning, but it is, right? When you have that heavy breathing and your chest and you feel like you don't even want to get up and go to work. Like we've all had that. And this is you, Aries, saying, if you want me, come and get me, because I'm somebody that people are going to be attracted to this year. I know it. I feel it. I'm radiating from the inside out. Some of you may be like, Dark Dove, I'm not even there yet. But it's coming. This is going to be, I feel like you're going to be beaming in 2019. All right. The next card you have is how you're feeling. All right. So if you're single, this makes sense. The Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is about stagnation. It's about things not moving. If you're single, I think you're worried you'll be stuck in the same scenario as last year. But as long as you keep this type of mentality, you don't have to worry about this. This is also you saying, I don't want all these other cups. I just want one cup. I just want one cup. I don't want this whole row of cups. Just, I want the one. So I really do feel like, Aries, if you're single, you're going to start dating. If you are dating, you're going to put a lot more energy into that. It's almost like you were getting your ducks in a row, like work-life balance. And now you're like, okay, now I'm in a good place where I won't take shit from people. I won't be somebody's doormat. I will be this person that, people will respect and treat the way that I deserve to be treated. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this is you also saying, yes, I might go out and date. Yes, I might go out and see what's out there. But you also want that one cup. And I feel like you guys know that this connection is strong. But you had to get over those days I was talking about. This is stagnation. This is your worries that you guys won't come together. And I don't think that's the case at all, because I do see communication coming in. But the Eight of Cups is you knowing that it's not moving in the direction that you want right now, or the direction that you feel like it should go, or it's not moving fast enough, or there's no communication. But at the same time, you had to come to a point where you're understanding that if this does not work out, you will be fine, right? That you mentally and emotionally can handle it now. That, hey, if it doesn't come to fruition, it won't be the end of the world. The next card you have, why is this not cooperating? Is your distant past. So over the past 5-10 years, could be childhood, you have strength, which is Leo's card. So you could have been dealing with a Leo back in the day, which is fire sign energy, just like you. But the strength card is about patience. It's about balance. It's about, really understanding. So it's very interesting. I always read this together if you're single or looking to reconcile, because this is a long, long time ago. A lot of times, like I said, it could be childhood. And this is something that the universe is either saying, hey, don't repeat a negative pattern this month. Don't let something from the past influence you, or continue something from the past. And this is, I like this because this is saying, hold on. Whether you're single or looking to reconcile, have this patience. This month for you, you're going to come in planning, have goals. You're going to feel more confident. You're going to feel more energized. You're going to have that type of mentality, but you're going to have patience. Right here, you're internally fearing this stagnation, that things won't move in a direction, but strength is saying have the patience because it's coming. So the universe's main message from the past coming back to you is like, look, you've had something significant before. You've had something that made you feel good before. You've had a time when you were strong and you could get through anything. And the universe is saying, look, I have your back. We're going through this together. We're going to get through this together. If you're single, be patient. You're going to meet somebody amazing. And if you're looking to reconcile, if this person is really who you want, it's divine timing. Let the universe work its magic. Don't try and control things you can't control. The next card you have is your immediate past. I don't know why these are so hard to pick up all of a sudden. Your immediate past, and you have the Empress. And that makes perfect sense coming into the Queen right here. This is saying over the past few weeks, past month or two, the Empress is a motherly nature. And I feel like, Aries, for a lot of you, either single or looking to reconcile, this is about mothering yourself, about taking care of you. I really do feel like some of you have taken the time to really say, okay, I need to take care of myself. I need to, like I said, clear your karma, clear the negative energy, whatever negative thought process is going on in your head. I think you've been taking the time to kind of get out of that headspace, because this is like a fruitfulness. It's a sensuality. It's a creation. This is like loving yourself and learning to love other people. So if you're single, this is about understanding that you do want love, that you do want to find a partner, that you do want to plan this partnership, that you do want the one cup, right? But maybe the lack of self-love on your part and the negative towards other people because of games and bullshit you've dealt with in the dating life in the past have been overwhelming. And this is you kind of saying, no, like, I'm worth it. I deserve something amazing. I'm an amazing partner. So that's what I'm going to emulate in 2019, instead of worrying about all these, idiots from the past that have brought me down, or and you internally have then allowed yourself to stay in that negative headspace. But I feel like you're cleansing that. You've taken some time to really get out of that using 2019 as a a precipice, if you will, to take the leap. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, I feel like this is very similar in the fact it's self-love. And I feel like regardless of whether it was your fault or their fault or a combination of whatever happened between you two, this is you learning to say, okay, I still love them. So there's some things I'm going to have to forgive. There's maybe angry words I'm going to have to, realize that they were upset, but they still love me. They still care about me, or we still have a good connection. There's so many things involved in this Empress right here. It's making me want to, like, I don't know. It makes me want to burst from the inside out, because this is you kind of going, screw it. If I still love this person, why am I harboring all this anger? If I still love this person, I can't be in this mental headspace anymore. But at the same time, I have to understand that I'm worth somebody good. I'm worth deserving of love. And for some of you, you may be rethinking this person. You may be like, hey, I see myself as a value, and they didn't see me as that. So maybe I can't be their one cup, or they can't be mine. Because for some of you, I feel like you almost had to lick some wounds and say, screw you. I'm realizing now you treated me like shit. So very interesting, because I feel like there's a high possibility of reconciliation, but I feel like you have to hold yourself to a higher standard, and they have to be aware of that, or it's not going to work. The next card you have is your distant future, so over the next few months, next month or two, and you have the Eight of Pentacles. So you have some eights pulling up here. I would pay attention to that. For some reason, eights are shouting at me, but the Eight of Pentacles is about hard work. This is about putting the work into it. So if you're single, I feel like like all of a sudden you're going, relationships aren't perfect. I'm not looking for perfection. I'm looking for somebody who's willing to put in the time, energy, and hard work like I am. This is somebody who's, cautious and hardworking, but very methodical and very dutiful. So you're kind of looking for that partner who is looking for this growth, this partnership, understanding that there's love, there's lust, there's all these different emotions and different things that tie into it. But you're looking for somebody who's in it for the long haul. You're looking for somebody who, when the going gets tough, the tough don't get going. They stick around. And because you're in that space where you're like, it's worth it to me now to have a healthy relationship, not just a lust, not just a friend with benefit, not just a, whatever you've been through before. This is like, it's going to take work. I'm not expecting a fairy tale. I'm not romanticizing in my head. I understand what a relationship is about, and what the contents of a healthy relationship look like. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this is work. This is work that's going to have to be put into it. If you want to be with this person, or they want to be with you, there is some major work that needs to be done. Even as far as like counseling, or and I also feel like you're going to you want communication from this person, or they want it from you, but you may be focusing on other things right now instead of it's like this self-love. You're looking forward, and you're going, look, I have to look forward with or without you. So that's what you're doing here. But you also realize, if you guys get back together, it is going to take some time. It is going to take some major like stability enhancements, if you will. Now, if you're looking to reconcile as well, this is like you guys planning other things. This almost goes on to a money aspect, where if you guys do communicate and you guys do decide you want to get back together, somebody has to get a job or something. I can't explain it. Like, either somebody's not working, or maybe there were a lot of money issues in the relationship. I feel like one person was putting in 110%, and the other person was putting in like 20%. And so like, you've got to get on some sort of even keel, or this isn't going to work. Somebody's going to feel like they're doing all the work and the other person's just hanging out. All right, the next card you have is your immediate future, so throughout the month of January, and you have the Magician. I love the Magician. It's a manifestation. It's about going out and getting what you want, and I feel like that's kind of the theme as well of your read, because the Magician is, somebody who can turn water into wine or whatever it is for you. The Magician is believing it, seeing it, and making it happen. So if you're single, like I said, I feel like you're coming out guns blazing. Like you're like, all right, 2019 is the year that I'm going to meet somebody amazing. 2019 is the year that, like, it's my time. You're owning it, Aries. You're saying, this is my time. And even if you don't feel like that right this second, you will, because the Magician's about ability, about versatility, about connections, and it's about controlling things you can, and then again letting the universe guide you in different areas, because the Magician is somebody who has the upper hand, which tells me you're going to have a plethora of suitors, but this is a connection, a deep connection, and that's what you're looking for, and it's coming in, and I feel like it's coming in quick. You're worried it's taking too long, or you're worried it's going to be the same old what you've dealt with before, but I don't feel like it's going to take a lot of time to manifest whoever this is coming towards you. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, I feel like you could have what you want if you want it. No, okay, I'm going to scratch that. Not that you could have exactly what you want if you wanted, or right now, but like if you wanted to communicate with this person, you could, but you're taking care of you. You're making sure that you don't get lost in the shuffle, that your goals and whatnot don't get thrown to the wayside anymore, because I feel like you've felt like you've lost yourself a little bit along the way towards the end of 2018. And the Magician is saying you found yourself, and you're not willing to lose yourself or sacrifice what it is you want. So you have the ability to get back with this person to a certain extent. Some of you are going to be like, oh, they won't talk to me. But it has nothing to do with that. It's about timing. I get, like, if they're not talking to you, they're not talking to you. But I feel like there's something else that could come into play that would, allow a communication to open up. Maybe they're needing to hear something, or maybe it just wasn't the right time before. But I definitely feel like if this is something you're serious about, you can have it. But I feel like you're waiting until it feels like the right time, or if you're waiting for them to communicate with you in a certain way. Maybe they've been communicating with you, but you're like, that's not enough, or that's not good enough. Maybe like they're texting you and just saying hi, or how are you, or I miss you, and you're like, no, like, you want to be with me, you've got to come full circle. You've got to come 100%, because I've been coming 100%, and it just feels like some of you are waiting for something, like a heads up or a sign or a signal, but I feel like it's coming. The next card you have is anything, there you go, anything tangible throughout the month of January. It could be beginning, middle, end, could last for the whole month. Hopefully it does. This is a Two of Cups. A lot of people call it the Twin Flame card, because this is an attraction, a connection on such a deep level, that this is, again, a lot of people say twin flame, soulmate card, etc. So the Two of Cups is saying if you're single, this person's coming in quick. Like I said, you're worried it's going to take forever, and it's not. And on top of that, you're going to move pretty quick in the beginning. It's almost like you guys meet, you get along, you go on a date, you go on a second date. You may have already met this person and be dating them and have just realized, oh my gosh, I could see myself going the major distance with this person. So definitely good to see this here, because that means something substantial, significant is coming into your life if you're single. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, this is a deep connection. This is a soulmate, or whatever type of energy, karmic connection. Everybody says it differently, so I try and encompass it all. But this definitely says that is on the table, and I feel like you guys could have a new beginning and this amazing start. Like I said, there's something you're waiting for. Like, you need to hear something from them in order to understand that they've changed. So for some of you, it's like maybe they're reaching out, but you're like, no, like you cheated, or you lied, or you whatever it is. You need to come raging in. You need to be like, knocking down my door, because your little text hello does nothing to tell me that you're serious about this, or that you've changed it all, or that you really want something to do with me. So I think very good. I think it's going to happen. I think you're going to get whatever this wish is that you want, so to speak, whatever you're hoping to hear from them, whatever they're hoping to hear from you, it's going to come around. And I think it may come faster than you think as well, or it may come faster than it has in the past. You're worried about stagnation as well, but it's right here in your face. The next card you have is how you're feeling throughout the month. See, it's very interesting. You're having this internal battle to a certain extent, worrying about it, and yet the universe is like, got your back, and everything is going to move forward in the direction you want. Because the Four of Pentacles is like a miserly energy. It's feeling like impoverished, or like you're not going to get what you want. So if you're single, you're feeling this, like almost waiting for the other shoe to drop, but don't do that, because the energy is so good and so in your face that it's going to push you in the direction you want to go. But it's almost like internally you're going to fight it because you're worried, because you don't want to get hurt again, because, and you can't do that. You don't want to sabotage all this goodness that's coming towards you. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, it's very similar. This is you almost kind of like, well, we've done this before and I got hurt before, so I just don't know that I can do this with them. But if it's what you really want, I mean, you've been hurt by them before, and once you're hurt, the first time's really hard. You know, you try it again, the second time's hard, but not as hard if you get hurt again, if that's coming across right. Like, basically what I'm saying is you've been hurt by them before, you've handled it. I mean, if you want to take the leap, which I think would actually work in your favor, if you want to take the leap, then go for it. But if you have this type of mentality about it, then you're going to close yourself off. You're not going to be as confident. You're not going to be shining as bright as you should. So I think you need to take the chip off your shoulder a little bit at a time and let them, and allow this to flow freely. Although I do think you need to hold off and wait for whatever it is you're waiting for. Because some of you, it feels like you're very stern on, if they don't show me this aspect, or they don't show me they've changed, or whatever it is for you, you're not going to deal with any bullshit. You're ready to either move on or reconnect. The next card you have is your hopes and fears for the outcome of the month. And you have the Seven of Wands, which is a defense, almost feeling like manipulation. So this is definitely a fear to me. Again, this is internal. So if you're single or looking to reconcile, I feel like this resonates the same for you, because this is you feeling like, oh, I've got to put my wall up. I've got to put those walls up because I don't want to get hurt again. Again, this is your fear, and I get that, and it's substantial, and it's there's a reason for it. You've been hurt. There's been problems. There's been issues before. But I think you've got to go with the flow. You've got to let this connection come. You've got to start planning towards the future and seeing the future clearly. What do you want? Where are you going? I feel like you know exactly what you want. If you're single and this person coming in, or the person you've already met, is giving you these butterflies, is making you feel like you could see yourself with the future with them, then break down these walls. Start breaking them down. Don't worry that everybody out there is out there to manipulate you. I know it's hard because there is so much bullshit in dating and whatnot. But this is like, you can't have your guard up and assume everybody is out to get you, because that's just not the case. And you'll never get this if that's how you are, or that's what you're mentally thinking. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, it's very similar. If you keep those guards up, I mean, keep them up to a certain extent. If you were hurt or cheated on or whatever, you have to have that that fight or flight mentality to a certain extent to make sure that you don't get manipulated again. But if you're assuming this and they're coming back with this and you want a future with them, then you too need to take the walls down a little bit. Now, your outcome for the month is the Hierophant. So, again, the universe pleading with you to let the universe take the wheel. The Hierophant is Taurus's card, so you could be dealing with a Taurus. But the Hierophant is saying, look, I'm guiding you in this game of life. You're on this big chessboard. Whatever moves are coming next are supposed to happen. So if you're single, this person coming in, or this situation that could lead to this powerful partnership, it's your time. This is what you're being dealt right now. This is, where you need to be right now. And the Hierophant is saying, look, it is about timing. It is about things coming when they're supposed to happen. So leave some of this up to faith. Leave some of this up to hope. Leave some of this up to, up to a higher power. And know, again, like I said, the universe has your back. Now, if you're looking to reconcile, it's very similar. I feel like your read right now is turning into this whole divine timing, universe has your back type scenario, because the Hierophant is exactly that. It's saying, if you believe and you know that this is the person that you're supposed to plan your partnership with, then it will come around to that situation. If it's not, then you know in your heart that you will be directed in a different scenario that allows you to get this partnership that you want. Now, your clarifying cards are perfect, I think, because you have the King of Wands here with the Queen of Wands, okay? So, Aries, that doesn't get any better. You're a fire sign, and these are fire sign energies. So not only do you have the King and Queen showing up, which is a partnership between two of you, whether you're single or looking to reconcile. The King is somebody who's stable, somebody who's in a good space, somebody that people look up to. If you're single, this is what's coming in for you. You guys can be kind of like a power couple, or not even so much a power couple, but just like the connection is very strong and there. And if you're looking to reconcile, it's exactly the same. This is two people coming together, and they don't have to be a fire sign. They could be any type of energy, but this is, you know, you having this queen energy, and this person being your mate, being the person, you know, this twin flame type energy. So seeing these here together makes me very hopeful that a reconciliation is very possible. I think they need to step up into this king though, because they've been acting like, you know, a lot. They've been acting more of like a page, okay, which is an immature energy. Now, your outcome or clarification for the distant future outcome is the Chariot, which is Cancer's card. So you could be dealing with a Cancer, or if you're single, a Cancer could be coming in. But this is saying if you're single, this is finally somebody who's on the same path as you. The Chariot can't move unless the horses are going in the same direction, unless, you know, the road is smooth to a certain extent. There's always going to be a few bumps. But the Chariot is saying, look, if you're single, this is coming for you. You're finally going to meet somebody who has the same goals. Not that you guys have to have everything. There's compromise, right? But if you want kids and they don't want kids ever, that's probably not a good fit. If you want to get married and they don't ever want to get married, that's probably not a good fit. So you get my gist. Like, it's basically, you're finally going to meet somebody who has similar goals. They're looking for the same type of partnership and growth you are. And if you're looking to reconcile, the Chariot is saying finally you guys might actually be able to get on the same page. You might actually be going in the same direction. You might actually be able to reconcile and come together as a team driving this Chariot. All right, Aries, I think it's a very good read. I think 2019 is going to hold some major significance for you. I hope you guys are fantastic. I will talk to you soon.